Good Sunday morning at Blissfield, Michigan for Heritage Farmers Tractors Club. My first visit at this place. Seems like a pretty good turnout. Gotta be at least 35 to 40 tractors. Hopefully we have a good show today. It is, probably turned it on a little early. I'm not sure if they had the drivers meeting yet. It is kind of an open field in behind me, and it is behind like a truck repair shop. Should have a good signal today. I have 4 bars, so shouldn't have any loss of connection. For being out in the edge of a town and right next to some pretty big farms, that's a pretty good signal. I am gonna post my pit photos from what I got before. I don't know, there was quite a few more that pulled in afterwards. So if you're interested in seeing my pit photos, they are on Making Holy Memories on Facebook, and I may have them on my profile, Michael L. Maxwell. just joining, we are in Blissfield, Michigan for Heritage Farmers Tractor Club. Should be getting started shortly. Just figured I'd get the live started. I am posting my pit photos if you want to go see them on Facebook, Making Pulling Memories. It's my first time attending this event, so I'm not real sure, too many of the pullers or tractors really wasn't the easiest one to find a lot of information about either. So I've been trying to come here for 2 years. And quite a few of the times, had a threat of rain, and it's 3 hours away, and really wasn't sure if it was going to happen. But it's a nice Sunday event. Not very many places will pull on Sunday or Fridays even. So it's a little easier for me to attend. Okay, I guess they're just having the drivers meeting. It's supposed to start at 11, and it's 2 minutes till. I was told this club usually pretty much starts on time, but it sounds like we're going to be a few minutes late. A little bit windy again today. I'm not real sure if we're going to be able to hear the announcer down here. I only see like 2 speakers, and they are towards the, I would probably say the sign-up booth. maybe you can't see it from here. And they're pointing the other direction. Chair going crazy. Wind gusts sometimes. Be one of these days, I think. We're just gonna be battling this chair, I think. There's nothing but a field in behind me, so I'm probably gonna have a lot of strong wind. If I went to the other side, there's a barricade, not a whole lot of room. And I figured I may block the speed board and distance board. And if I get on this side, I can get the speeds and distances for you. Even if we can't hear the announcer. I'll give you guys a little span around of what's here. We'll go behind where I'm sitting, and there's a it's pretty much open field in behind. And then the other side is pretty much where the pit is, and looks like they have semis and trailers parked. And it looks like they have a pretty big farming operation behind us. should be getting started before too long. I believe their driver's meeting is finished up. Most of the people have left the meeting, I believe. I have posted my pit photos if anybody wants to go look at them. They are on Making Pulling Memories on Facebook. Actually, some pretty cool tractors here. Thank you for staying on. I think I might have started a little early, but I knew it was getting pretty close to 11. And I just kind of wanted to make sure I was set up before we got started. And they don't have any lights here, so if they went pulling in the dark, I'm not sure what they do. Some people while I was walking in the pit told me they've pulled this club in this area for a long time, but it's, you know, moved in different locations. We're in Blissfield, Michigan. Heritage Farmers Antique Club. on my Facebook page, Making Pulling Memories, I posted pit photos. Not everything that was here, but everything that was here when I would walk the pit. I've probably seen about 10 tractors come in after that. I will say for a smaller club, it looks like a very good turnout here. And we have a good signal here, 4 bars, so we shouldn't have a whole lot of problem today. I think the worst thing today will be the wind. And they should be starting pretty soon. I think they're still signing some people up. Lost the chair again. Well, I'm hoping they're getting started soon. I might have to move my chair or do something. I could vaguely hear what they just said. I believe they said Division 1 3,500 is where they're starting. I did see a list of classes, but they say not everybody tends to show up for a lot of it, so. But they're going to be pulling light to heavy. And apparently they start at 3,500. And I think they only go up to like 6,500 here. I don't think they go higher than that. I don't think this sled can handle it. I'm sure you'll see when the sled comes down here. Oh, looks like we got our first one up. I'm hoping I'm in a good location. I kind of asked some people and they said they think they should stop around where I'm sitting. But we'll find out. And it's usually kind of a little tough to determine. I don't know. I mean, some states can have like a local thing. This is the state of Michigan. I don't live in the state of Michigan. But I know like in the state of Ohio, sometimes when something happens, they will fly them half staff. sorry, it's just a little hard to see if you guys can see the keyboard. I may go out just a little bit because probably zoomed in when he comes down here a little too much. I didn't even hear the announcers say anything, so I'm not even sure if they do them. Try to move that so I could see where the camera is when I turn it. It is a little difficult to see. All right. I think that's a better spot. All right. So it doesn't sound like they make any announcements of who's pulling or their distance. Maybe they are. Heard him say something, but I couldn't understand any of it. I'm gonna turn this, take it down some so it doesn't get in the way of my camera as much. Gonna see if that's a good angle at the speed board. Yep. Okay. It's a pretty good spot. It just made more difficult to read any of the comments from this spot.
Is this a tip jar?
Yep, I just put my water in there so it don't blow away. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We've got about 100 people been watching.
Oh yeah, good. Well, we let them guys go too long signing up. They're supposed to be done by 10:30. They're still signing up at 5 to 11. So they got to put all that stuff in.
So they cut off the sign
We're
up?
supposed to be cut off at 10:30.
Okay.
But I hate to turn anybody down, you know, but then we get puts everything behind.
I wasn't real sure, but
no, we're supposed to sign up at 10, be done by 10:30. We're gonna have to emphasize that because it just gets everything put
you
too far
can't
back.
pull in the dark here because there's no lights.
No, they know it. I mean, we got it on everything. Sign up at 10:30, be done by 10:30. So they got to put all that stuff in the computer, you know.
Okay. All fancy here.
What's that?
You're all fancy here.
Yeah. Well, we've been trying 20 different ways to do it. There's no real easy way.
No.
You know?
And probably every month you got a lot of different pullers.
Oh yeah.
Like everywhere.
Well, yeah, you don't know who's gonna be here.
Yeah. pretty good hook. Don't know if any of my Alice fans from Ohio are on, but we don't have a lot of Alices here. It's just kind of a little bit of, you know, a couple Olivers. I see a Case. A lot more Farmalls and John Deeres. Try to get you so you can see how the sled operates. Everywhere I go, different kinds of sleds and rollers and scrapers, and a lot of people like to see what other people are using, so I usually try to get that incorporated into my events. I'll post some pictures of them online. I'm wearing it because that wind is just cutting through. That wind is just cutting through, you know.
We get a lot of wind out here.
I can't even hardly put my chair up because about every time I do, it wants to blow over.
My buddy owns this place and he don't charge me no rent. So
oh, really? Can't beat that. IH fans, he has international weights on it. Usually it's the other way around. Those internationals have John Deere weights. don't want to hear anybody, you know, poking fun of the John Deeres now. I'm sure there's been a few comments. They're just not saying anything. Everybody sleeping this Sunday morning? Oh, there's a few highs. So we are in Blissfield, Michigan, Heritage Farmers Tractor Club. Mostly pretty much just antique pulling here. I believe we're on like 3,500 weight right now, but I can't really hear the announcer too well. Well, we are on the very southern part of Michigan. Say about 20 miles from Toledo. I try to attend a few tractor pulls in Michigan, Indiana. I have not really made it to a lot. I really want to try to get the tri-state antique pullers this year. I'll go to southern Ohio quite a bit. A few out in West Virginia, I think in middle of June. Well, yeah, probably middle of June. I'm going to try to hit a couple down that way. And Western Pennsylvania, I'll try to hit a few. Pennsylvania actually has a lot of antique clubs, but a lot of them are like central Pennsylvania. And it's like about a 5-hour drive. Maybe one of these days, if I can find 2 or 3 of them in a weekend, I'll make it out to something. Sometimes making that 5-hour drive gets a little difficult, and try to make it back for another event. I haven't hit any in New York yet. I know there's a few clubs in that. I haven't really found a lot of information about them. I believe June 14th there's a bracket pull in West Virginia at the West Virginia State Farm. I think that's what it's called. They will have a double elimination 32 tractor bracket hole. Hopefully the weather's decent. I'll make it to that. But sometimes I can't always predict where I'm gonna go because the weather can be crazy. I tried to go to this event a couple times last year, and you know, there was just about a 70% chance of rain, and you know, this is 3 hours from home, so shade up, maybe that'll work. Seems like the wind's calmed down a little bit. I use a canopy chair, and usually you can block the sun on those really sunny days. But it's just been so windy here. Just not much to block the wind, and it just kind of cuts right through. Where's everybody watching from? I think everybody's shy today. Looks like, oh, I need to turn it. Looks like we got a farm home coming up. was born in Michigan, but I've not really been in this state that long ago living. I mean, I got a lot of family up here, but they're more north. More up around the Midland to west of Midland. I know they have quite a few antique poles up around Midland. That's just another thing. I'm just kind of looking for a weekend that they have 2 or 3 of them, and it makes, you know, work going 5-6 hours. Blissfield, Michigan, very southern part, not too far from Toledo. The Heritage Farmers Tractor Club. Antique tractors, mostly looks like 3,500 to I think 6,500 weight. They run a couple divisions. If anybody is interested in some of the divisions and weights, you can send me a message on Facebook. I'll send them to you. I know they're not out there a whole lot for this club. I know a lot of my Northwest Ohio tractor pullers haven't even known about this club. They've been around a long time. I'm not real sure what year, but it's just like most antique clubs, you know, the word just don't get out there a whole lot. attend a lot of antique tractor clubs. And there's a lot of antique tractors in the world. If you've never been to an antique club, I mean, there's a lot of really nice people. About anywhere I go, I mean, everybody's really, really kind. And I think most people would enjoy it. Just getting to know some of them. Looks like we got a few Olivers coming up. Hopefully some of my Oliver fans around here. I don't think the speed and distance board was working, so they're probably going to let them reroll. As you see, it shows zeros. Just a temporary malfunction, I think. they use that to know what distance, you know, they went. And there's a limit on speed. I'm not sure what this club does, but some of them will give you a horn, or you can't go past a cone and get a horn, or you're allowed like 3 horns. Some they don't do horns, and it's just what the board is. And if you go over it, you should know better. I've attended a lot of clubs, and I will say pretty much every club does things different when it comes to that. Okay, the board's working this time, so. I would say that one was a game changer. Came down a little more on this side of the track. Got a feeling everybody's going to be doing that now. feet. Looks like we got a cock-shot tractor coming up. Might be the only one we have here. No, there's a case tractor. A few Olivers, mostly Farmall and John Deere. There's Minneapolis Moline, at least one or two of them here. Forgot about that. I went to a poll more towards center part of the state of Michigan last year, and it was mostly Olivers and Farmals. I think there was only 2 or 3 John Deeres out of probably 60 or 70 tractors they had. I personally don't really have a favorite brand. I mean, I like everything. And I like most of the people, really. I mean, I think it's more about the people. I do enjoy when there's a variety and just being able to see the different manufacturers or just what some of the altercations some people make to them. Like when I go to some of the Amish poles, I mean, some of them got like 10, 12-inch exhaust pipes. They're just huge. And I seen one of them last year. They put on some monster tires. It's just really interesting to see different things in different parts of the country and how they do things. Oliver 88. Yeah, I've never seen that one pull before. I have not been to this club before today. We're not too far from Ohio. Oh, be honest, I didn't even look to see what the roller tractor was. I did take some pit photos of it earlier, and I have them posted on Facebook. Making pulling memories. I'll probably make another post of that and with the sled, because I got more photos of them. Let's see, 1650. I try to take some photos of rollers, scrapers, and sleds because I have many people that get interested in seeing what other people are using in different parts of the country. Appreciate everybody staying on, watching this afternoon, I guess now. Get started a little after 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. They got a little late start because they had quite a few people show up and sign up took a little longer. Not that sophisticated yet. I don't make that much money off of them.
What's that?
I don't make that much money off of them. Oh. But it is a good way to get clubs out, message out there.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
It does usually pick up some hooks at most of the events I always go to. So
that first hook last year we had, oh my God, 100. It was crazy.
Yeah. And I think I was in Michigan that day, and I didn't know what was going on.
You just never know. Next hook we might have 10 tracks.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming to say hi. I am going to try to do more YouTube lives this year. And I tried to do some Facebook ones. I would say that old Oliver has got some juice in it. That's the second time he's taken it out there. As I was saying, I try to do some Facebook ones. They usually shut down a lot, and I just got pretty frustrated trying them. A lot of my followers are on Facebook. I've just had a lot of problems with Facebook over the last couple years. They just kind of suspend you and don't tell you, what the problem is. So I'm trying to push more towards YouTube. YouTube is never suspended me. They sent me a warning on a minor on a tractor before, but they retracted it. But I've done pretty decent off it for YouTube Lives. I think I gained probably 300 new subscribers into my channel this weekend. I appreciate it. It's really grown it. Been looking for better ways to grow the channel. Nice looking cock shot 40.
That little 77, he's the only one that's hooking. He pulls her through. He's got his shit together on everybody.
I don't think I've ever seen it before either.
Yeah, he's from down by, they're big down there at, Scrap. There at Gibsonburg. Yeah.
I went out to that Lucky Festival one time.
Yeah,
and
Lucky, yeah.
It was not a good experience for me.
Well,
all I had was a bunch of kids standing in front of me playing music.
oh.
And then the one sled started about 50 minutes, after it was, and they had problems on both sleds.
Yeah.
And the other sled never got started by the time I left.
Oh.
I mean, I was there over 2 hours, and
Yeah, they pull a little
It's
different
like-
there.
I had to
You
delete.
can't, I don't think you can have cut tires or nothing at Lucky, I don't think. Can you?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
But I had to delete everything I did because of licensing with music
Oh.
and all that. So I was like, it was a bad event for me.
They did a lot of freaking tractors, though.
They did. I will give them that. They had a good turnout.
They come out of the woodwork to go to that damn thing.
I just wish it was a better experience for me.
I've never pulled there. I go there because my cousin lives in one.
Okay.
I go to the junk sale and buy stuff.
Oh. I try to stay away from that. I don't need more junk.
I don't either, but I still keep buying it.
Don't got space for the junk I have now. Should be a pretty good running tractor here. That is a pretty good running tractor. He does a lot of parts and things for the antique pullers. Not completely sure what he all does, but and he's one of the sponsors for this club. But he also runs on the National Antique Pullers. So I've seen him at quite a few events all over the country. Well, I figured he would hook up.
Well, he's only one in his class, that's why.
Oh, well, he's pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't even know how many places I've seen him pull at. Like the indoor pulls, he pulls all over the place. We are at Blissfield, Michigan for the Heritage Farmers Antique Club, or Tractor Club, I believe it is actually. Sorry. But it's mostly antiques, I believe. I'm not real sure if they do any farm stock. Several of these clubs in Michigan will do a little bit heavy of farm stock. There's still a lot of clubs I'd like to get to in the state of Michigan. It's just finding the perfect weekends that make the trip worthwhile, really. I mean, just if you're gonna drive 4 or 5 hours or more, I'd like to get 2 events at least somewhat close to each other. This is only 3 hours for me. It's one of the closer ones for the state of Michigan, but there's a lot of people in the state of Ohio that doesn't even know this club exists. Anybody is interested in look at the pit photos that I took before it started, you can go on Making Pulling Memories on Facebook. Took at least 80 photos. and there was probably another 10 tractors that came in after that, so I definitely didn't get them all. Looks like they're putting a cement block into the sled, getting ready for, I would assume, a higher weight division. I'm not real sure what weight we're on yet, or right now. The tags on the tractors are facing the other way for the, you know, announcers. And I decided to sit on this side so I could look and give you guys a view of the speed board. Because they don't have a real... I don't blame you. We don't have a real good range on the speakers here. Looks like they're pointing the opposite direction from where I'm at and towards the beginning of the track. Hey, what class are we on now?
I think it is 5,000 something.
Are we up to 5,000 already? Okay. You can't hardly hear the speakers are way over there.
I got another pole. I'm going to put a speaker down there.
Oh, okay.
Or either that, I just need to take another speaker, mount on that pole and face it this way.
Yeah, that could work too.
I got one speaker I got to fix. I got to repair. That one was broke. I had to fix that one. So that was my spare one. So now I got to fix the other one. There's always something wrong with something.
Yeah, oh yeah. Some of these places have been around for a long time.
Well, this stuff sets.
Yeah.
It sets for a month at a time. Well, then
Oh, the
now
winter
it's set
and all
for
that.
6 months. Everything's set for 6 months. You're just hoping everything works again. stock.
I believe we're on 5,000 is what the flagger said. been a windy weekend everywhere I've been. Not even that it's that cold. Just wearing a hoodie because that wind is just cutting right through you. I think last Saturday I put on a hoodie and it was 70 degrees out. But the wind just made it that felt like it was about 45 degrees. I believe here it's supposed to be about 65 today, and it feels like it's about 50.
Really ain't got much wood.
Looks like we got a run of John Deeres. So where's everybody watching from? Not real sure. Looks like symbols on that name. Not sure what's going on. Somebody's waving. Guess he needs a tow. Ran out of putts. He got it started. Just needed a little push. Well, we'll see. At least the clouds that are in the sky are all white today. Like all weekend, they've been dark, dark clouds. It didn't rain a lot. this weekend. Next weekend, I should be at Fox Township Fire Department in Ohio. Friday. I believe they are running antiques and farm stock that night. And not sure if I have signal there. I want to say in the past I did not have very good signal at that place. I've gone there for quite a few years now. I don't remember 100%. And a lot of it's going to depend on how many people are attending. It just seems like the more people that are attending, the more difficult trying to stay connected will be. I know Saturday morning I will be at Marshallville Antique Pullers. I've been there quite a few times and I usually have pretty good signal there. And again, unless, there's some weather changes, I will be back at Fox Township Fire Department Saturday evening. I'm not 100% sure of the classes. I don't think I've seen a flyer yet this year. I want to say they usually will do a trucker class or two, maybe like antique V8 tractors, maybe a couple other classes. I'm not 100%. Sometimes they may have semis. Next Sunday goes, I'm not sure if there's anything going on. Sometimes I'll attend a garden tractor pull. Not real sure if there's any going on, to be honest with you. I'll have to take a look at a few of the schedules. And just see if anything works out. I don't think there's any antique clubs going on. I'll just have to look at some schedules to see. I haven't had real good service or cell service at home this weekend. We lost power on Friday. Didn't get it back till last night, which I was very thankful for, so I could charge up my battery pack so I could, have my live today. Yeah, if I couldn't have charged them up last night, I may not have been attending anything today. I was charging everything up basically all weekend because I had no power. Yeah, no power, and I don't know what the problem was, but the cell service in my town didn't seem to be working at all. And I don't believe it was still. Oh no, last night the cell service was working, but my Wi-Fi was not. I couldn't figure it out. All right. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and bring me some hot dogs back.
I mean, I bring some water, but you know, I didn't have power all weekend or most of the weekend, so I didn't have ice or a whole lot or anything.
Tornadoes where you were at?
No, it was just really windy, and I mean, I went to a pole Friday night, and it's about 30 miles from home, and almost the whole way back was nothing but leaves, twigs, branches, big ones sometimes.
Well, wasn't that something up there where they got by Gaylord Grailing on that
I
ice
don't-
storm and tore all that up this winter? Oh my God! It ruined the forest and it broke all the trees off. It was a disaster.
I've had that kind of stuff just
It
from
was a
ice
disaster.
storms, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I haven't been up there to see it, but all the roads were blocked off. It was terrible.
Hell, didn't they heck of a tornado a couple years ago real bad?
They might have. I don't know.
Seemed like I
Well,
went
this
up
winter, They
there.
had that ice storm and it just tore that town up.
Seemed like I went up there a couple years ago, and my mom wanted to go check it out because we lived up that way.
Oh, it's nice up there.
Yeah, we're-
I always snowmobile up in that area. My whole
We
life.
we're from like northern Michigan, more probably middle Michigan, I guess. It's like Midland and a little more
Oh, yeah.
north.
Well, I think we had a good turnout. Oh, they're bringing more tents.
Hmm?
Stay longer.
Oh,
No, we need a Ferris wheel or something out here.
Ferris wheel.
Draw attention. Ferris wheel, merry-go-round. Bouncy houses.
Bouncy house. There you go. We are at Blissfield, Michigan, for the Heritage Farmers Tractor Club. pretty nice day, just windy here. Would say not a rain cloud in the sky, which is pretty nice. And the temperature ain't too bad, it's just the wind. It just kind of makes things pretty cool. But I'll take that over a blistering hot, sweating day, so.
Oh, I think the ass killer's coming up now. It goes out to the end every time.
Oh.
He's got his shit together today.
I go to some polls and that's all they got lined up and down the tracks is those things.
Oh
and
yeah, a lot of
put them in the stands. And
go to, yeah. Down there in Ohio at that one fair where they got all the trucks and they put scaffolding and what's that fair?
I think I've been there. I don't
all
remember.
Them trucks they got way up in the air. They got seats and all kinds
Napoleon. Was it Napoleon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been there. I've been to it.
Yeah.
Boy, that tractor sure has it together today. I think every time's been about 315 plus. Yeah, I used to do like putt video of the day and stuff like that. But I just hadn't lately. I think a lot of people get jealous. They want their tractors seen too, so. Oh, Brian. Brian, you need to come up to this one sometime. It's pretty good event. They had pretty good turnout. Very much a wide range of different tractors here. you scared off my viewers. I had over 100 before you got on. What happened? Bet you that Bud Davis is watching but ain't saying nothing. He's probably all screaming every time that Oliver goes down. Well, you're welcome. I'm gonna try to do more of these lives if I have a good signal, Brian. In the past I've tried doing Facebook ones, and just usually the signal is so bad, or just, I don't know, Facebook just has issues. Seem like they shut down more than I had them going. I mean, YouTube so far, unless my signal really went low, they've all stayed on. I've had very little issues on that. So I've run a couple of them this weekend, and they've all been pretty good, I think. Pretty good at growing my YouTube channel, because I've been on YouTube a few years, but I have lots of followers that tell me they don't even know I'm on YouTube. And part of that is anytime you post something YouTube on Facebook, Facebook just kind of just shuts it down so nobody can see it, because they don't want you leaving Facebook. will let you know, Brian, they don't have any lights on the track here. And there's like 2 speakers. And it gets a little difficult at hearing what's going on. I don't think they make a lot of announcements. But, I mean, they got about a half-hour late start, but once they got going, it's been rolling. Haven't had any sled issues. No, it's a pretty old sled, but a lot of these places that have the old sleds, they always seem to break something. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people, you know, even at Mount Hope on Friday, they told me they didn't even know I was on YouTube. And I'm really trying to grow the YouTube and lean off of Facebook because I can't really depend on them anymore. It's been inconsistent. And they just do things and they don't tell you. Well, there's been about 2 tractors running it down to about full pull distance. There's an Oliver that's probably hooked up at least 315 to 330 something every time so far. And then there's, I'm sure everybody knows the Frank's Wheels tractor. He's in, I think, a class by himself, but I think he pretty much shut it down himself. And I know when we get to some of the heavier classes, we have some pretty good not sure who McLaughlin is. I have not really watched any TV or racing or anything this weekend. Haven't had power a whole lot. Couldn't even really charge up things. For some reason, the cell phones weren't working either. I was just lucky the power came on enough last night that I could charge up my battery packs. But, I mean, I was considering going to Oakley this morning, but I went the route of staying a little longer, charging things up more, and getting a little more sleep because I didn't get a whole lot over the weekend. Yeah, I'll probably watch the Indy race, but I don't always get into that a whole lot. I'll watch NASCAR. I do like to follow Kyle Larson because I've watched him since I was a kid. I don't even remember what year it was, but I went to one of Kyle Larson's first sprint car races, and he almost lapped the whole field, and just been a fan of his ever since. Yeah, I used to really watch a lot of sprint car racing, go to a lot of them, but I don't know, it's like now it's like the house names that used to be, 10, 15 years ago are now the headliners, and it just doesn't seem like the same show anymore. And sometimes I might go to Speed Week because I know Larson might go, but definitely one of the better running deers so far. You guys get on and I've been losing my viewers. I pretty much stayed consistent 100 to 150 all day. There is not any Fords here. That is a good question. There's a Case. There's a Minneapolis Moline, at least one. There might be two. I'm not 100% on that. There was a couple Alice's that pulled earlier. I'll say it's mostly Farmall, Oliver, John Deere's. Seems like Michigan does have a lot of Olivers. I don't know what's going on. Seemed like it got quiet all of a sudden. Oh, looks like that Minneapolis Moline is coming up. Oh yeah, there is a cock shot here. looks like that is coming up soon too. Yeah, Fords are just hit and miss. I mean, you might go somewhere and you might see a couple, and then you won't see any for a couple weeks. I think we're waiting for a tractor to scale up or something. I believe they just said we're on Division 3, 5,000. Hasn't been very often I could actually hear them. Well, things were going pretty smooth today until now. I don't know what's going on. Okay, maybe we were waiting on the Minneapolis Moline. It's rolling out there now. I believe they're from Ohio. Maybe Brian knows them. I think they pull at scrap. I was talking to him before the pull. You know, I've talked to those guys before, but haven't seen them long. I think I'm gonna start another live. They normally take a really long time to upload. So just restart it here in a few minutes.